I'm only starting it so I can talk about what just happened. I don't know. That energy was strong. Simeon had to step in there. That's crazy. I just came back to tell y'all what the fuck happened. Because my computer still wouldn't reload. I'm sorry as fuck y'all missed that. That should have been heard. So people understand. It ain't always, you know. We gonna talk about it though. All right, family. I don't know what the hell. A lot just happened. What happened on y'all end? I'm y'all crack. Man, I'm about to tell y'all what happened, but what did y'all? What was the last thing y'all seen or heard? It's buffering now, Maya. It's buffering. Oh, they just saying it was buffering. Oh, okay. Wait, you said it just started buffering and you never came back. You said, "Oh, that's his mother." Right? Whose mother? Okay, I don't know. Say it kept repeating. Yep, that's his mother. Oh, her daddy's mom. Who she's named after. Okay, I was so confused. What?
Tell us the whole thing, girl.
Okay. First of all, I want to show gratitude. And yes, I will tell you what happened because we do it on the live so other people can witness it in real time. But Yehuda stepped in. When Yehuda stepped in, all of a sudden I saw the chat just go away. The chat stopped and said the chat has been disconnected. And I looked at Maya for a second. I'm like, Maya can't disconnect the damn chat. And then it says until it reconnects, unable to reconnect. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So then I type in the chat, love, it didn't do anything. I did not know y'all were not hearing or seeing anything. I just thought y'all could not type in the chat. So I tried to type love so it'll restart it. So when Yehuda stepped in, you never saw that? Oh, okay. Yehuda stepped in. When he stepped in, so y'all didn't hear the part when I asked her about who is the A or the N name? I asked her who's the A or the N name, and she said, that's my husband. I do not want to talk to him. Okay. One person said they heard it, but nobody else heard it. Okay. That's where it got deep at. She said, that's my husband. I do not want to talk to him. Yehuda stepped in and said, okay, listen. Now we're in touchy subject here because he has to come in and make amends. He has to come in and apologize. And so I'm like, oh, shit. And immediately he told me he wasn't just toxic, he was abusive. And then he kept showing me her face. Like he did something to her face. And she got very upset. And she said that he found out that she was going to leave him. And he woke her out of her sleep, beating her with a hammer. And he beat her in the head, in the face, with the hammer. And that was super traumatic. And he had to come in and issue an apology, but the energy, he was escorted in. He did not come in by himself. Her father never turned and looked at him. They made him stand back by like where this bathroom door is. Wouldn't even let him into my energy like that. And so she was very upset. She was very emotional. He told me that his daughter was there, and she has 3 by him, and they did witness some of this, not the actual beating, but having to see her and to see her being worked on by the ambulance. And then he started showing me this movie from the early 90s. It was a true story called the Tracy Thurman story, where Tracy Thurman had been stabbed like 40 times after leaving her husband. He stabbed her like 40 times type shit. And he jumped up on her, like physically jumped on her up and down. And he was walking back and forth screaming, let her die, just let her die. I said, but that's the part that he keeps showing me, as if he was screaming for you to die or let you die. And she was very upset, and she was very emotional. And she said, yes, that is what he was saying. And I just apologized to her for what she endured. Yehuda stood steadfast and gave her a lot of energy. And as it was doing it, like it just kept going, the chat is not available, the chat is unavailable. It kept doing it, and I'm like, that is crazy. So I knew it was the energy, but I just didn't know. I feel so fucking drained. I feel super drained. I knew I did because my eyes started rolling. And I'm like, fuck. And I took a muscle relaxer like just now. Y'all watched me take it. So that can't be the fuck that. Because I feel drained. It took him, they said, Yehuda said that she had asked for his, called for his death because of what her soul could not get over this shit. And she was having a hard time getting over it, and I can understand. Yehuda said she called for the death, and they didn't answer it right away, but they ended up answering it. And she said he was sentenced to 18 years in prison, and he did 17 before he was released. He died. And I asked her, because I asked her, said, did he kill himself? Because it wasn't making sense. She said she didn't know. So then she explained that he had 18, and on his 17th year before he was released, he died. And they said that it was, they said a heart attack or some shit. Seizure. A seizure. But I kept feeling like he took something or was given something. Yeah, it was a private moment for her. I feel like she needed that, and Spirit gave her what she needed. I just didn't know. All I saw, and this is what's scary for me, because it looked like it's dark in a room, but it's light on her, and I saw like damage to her forehead and to her face, but I thought he had did it like this, never realizing he didn't beat her with a hammer. And I told her, I didn't been there. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in a situation where I was held, like at hammer point. You know what I'm saying? Like I was locked in a garage and beat. And then he pulled out the hammer. And he raised it to hit me, but I started screaming. I was terrified. I couldn't get out. He had put a padlock on the garage door, and I could not get out of there. And I understood, because that's scary. I can't imagine, like, where she is mentally, and where she is emotionally or physically, you know? So, it's craziness. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Oh, and I was gone. I was really gone for a second. I'm gonna go and go. I can't. I don't know what's happening.